I wrote a poem for the first time when I was about 14 years old. My dad forced me to go to a local arts workshop one day.
Right.
I went along. I remember I like like a very deeply I hung out with like football lads, right? And we all drank and took drugs and etc. etc. from about the age of 13 years old, right? And it was all very much that. And I never felt like I fit in. I was always kind of pretending, but I didn't really know that at the time. And I remember going to this poetry workshop when I was 14, and I remember just being like immediately accepted. And the people speaking about the things that I wanted to speak about and talking in the ways, and everybody seemed, I guess the best word for it is liberated to some
Mm.
extent, which
Mm.
is really weird. I think that like um, people speak about like the man cage or
Mm.
whatever, right? And like this like traditional and very restrictive idea of masculinity. And I think I was the main people who were on it in this group were um, women and non-binary people who had essentially um, removed themselves from or tried to remove themselves at a very young age and had become like incredibly liberated in their sexuality and their beliefs in traditional male and female roles. And I think that's something that like men have so much to learn, especially from women, queer, non-binary people, and some men as well. But yeah, if that makes sense. And I think that was one, like just being within that environment was just insane. I was essentially watching people be individuals and being okay with that. I remember almost like very quickly in this workshop, almost like having pushback to like everything that was said or everything that was done because it was so far removed from what I thought I was allowed to do, not from what I
Mm.
wanted to do. Um, yeah, and then of course I wrote a poem and it went down amazingly and everyone was like, "You're fantastic." And then I went back to school the next day and realized I couldn't tell anybody about it, and if they found out, that would be the end of me. So I never spoke about it again and I stopped writing.